Brent, I'm reading here. You have ex-girlfriend drama. Does that ever happen? I thought if you have an ex-girlfriend, the drama's gone. Dude, what's happening with
Yeah.
you?
Well, first of all, I've been watching your show. I appreciate all your advice, and I love that you incorporate scripture in with your counseling work, and it's just been it's been helping, and just watching your shows. But yeah, I broke
Thank
up
you.
with my girlfriend in January, and then a few months went by, and just kind of
How
replaying what had
long a
happened.
girlfriend? How long a girlfriend?
We were together for 3.5 years.
Oh, that's significant.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So y'all broke up in January and then you started to say something else.
Yeah. So I broke up with her in January, and there was just a lot of tension, a lot of pressure on the relationship. But then a few months kind of went by,
In the
and I just
in
kind
the
of did some.
relationship, pressure in the relationship or on the relationship? On the relationship comes pressure
Um,
comes from the outside. In the relationship, two people find a way of creating that pressure themselves.
yeah, yeah. It started with pressure on the relationship, and then it ended up
Oh,
being within the relationship.
wow.
Um, so that just we had dated and then broke up and then got back together. And then when we got back together, just friends and family members just were not on her side, were not in favor of it. And so that created the tension, and
Uh,
then it kind of dwindled into our
that's the
relationship
pressure
because
on the relationship.
yeah.
Why weren't her friends
And
and
so
family members looking at this relationship and going, Susie, you have won the lottery here. This guy, Brent, he's amazing. What the heck are you thinking, girl? Why weren't they saying that? What were they saying?
yeah, I wish they were. I was a piece of work. um,
Well,
so I
you
mean,
can be a piece of work and still be a catch, right? Didn't you?
yeah,
What were
I
they
mean,
upset
I
with?
think so. Um, so I had a bad habit, and just a pattern, and this is what I realized in the past few months, is that I would push people away who were closest to me, and
Oh,
it just came from like childhood. Yeah, it just came
sure,
from like childhood stuff, and for
sure.
the past few months, I've been in therapy and digging into all that and getting healing from the past, and
Good for you,
it's
man.
really helped me.
Good for
Yeah,
you.
thank you. Yeah, so I'm thankful for that kind of realized that looking at my past relationships, like what was the problem, and it was a pattern where
And
I
is
would just
that
push
why she
people
broke
away
up
who
with
would get.
you? Is that why she broke up with you?
Yeah,
Because you would
I
push her
broke up with
away?
her.
Okay, you broke up
Yeah,
with her.
I pushed her away. Mhm.
You
Mhm.
okay. All right. So she wanted to be with you.
Yes. Yes. And
All
then
right.
over those months, just kind of, you know, doing a lot of thinking, a lot of just kind of, you know, looking at patterns, looking at my life, like what's the common theme here? What's going on? Why am I pushing people away? And then
Yeah.
that started an entire like thing of, you know, now I'm in therapy, and I didn't know it, but I had like trauma, emotional abuse from my past
Okay.
and everything.
All
And
right. And how
getting
old are
healing
you?
from that.
How old are you?
I'm 37.
37. Okay. Now, quick question.
Yeah.
Is this the first
Hmm.
girlfriend that you've done this with, that you've gotten close to and had a relationship and then pushed her away? Do you have a pattern of that? Or is this the
Yeah,
first
that's
serious
the
one?
yeah. This is the second serious one, and I did it to the first one, and then um, did it to this one, and then uh, you know, somewhere around March, just kind of the lights went on, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like what's going on here? So
What
that's
am I
when I
doing?
started
Okay.
doing.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what's the question?
So
This is familiar. I mean,
yeah.
this is totally
So
understandable. You're not a bad guy for being too injured to make a commitment. There's nothing morally
Oh,
repugnant about that. It's very painful, and it's not good.
yeah,
It's not good for obviously the women who get broken up with.
yeah,
But I'm just trying to
yeah,
get the shame out of it for you, that there's a reason you've done that. It's good that you're taking ownership with it, and you're not going to hurt any more women without a
right,
warning sign on your forehead or something. So what? Tell
right,
tell
right.
tell me your question.
Yeah, so we broke up, and then I reached out to her, and I was like, hey, I've been doing a lot of thinking. This is what was going on. This is what's happening, and just asked her, like, would you be open to maybe working things out, talking things through? And she was like, she wasn't sure. So we met up, and we've been meeting up since. So we've been meeting up for like 3 months now. But the thing is that this is where it gets drama. Um, she's talking to she's talking to another guy, and so I'm totally cool with that. Like, I understand that, and I even told her, if your feelings are over there and you need to let me go and just move on, like, too bad. Like, that would be tough, but I understand. And her response to that is just, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. And
Yeah. So
so
what
we've been seeing each other.
what does
And I guess
seeing
the
each other
question is,
mean, though? You said you've been
yeah,
talking. What was the word you used? I can't remember meeting or something. What does seeing each other mean? Are
yeah.
y'all back in the relationship?
No, not entirely. So we were meeting up, going to dinner, going on dates, just kind of reconnecting.
So
And
you
then,
are dating. You're back in the relationship.
yeah, I guess so. I
Yeah,
guess
you
so.
are.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, you are.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and you probably
So
swap and spit and more too, are you?
that stopped, but a little bit.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, that had stopped.
Okay, so you're totally
And
platonic
so
now when you go to dinner and dates and all that.
yeah, now we are. Yeah,
Okay. All right. So what's the question? I kind of I could talk to you for a long time. There's a lot
yeah,
to find out here. But give me a
yeah.
question.
Yeah, so the question is just kind of, what do I do moving forward? Like, I definitely feel a disconnect. I know she's also seeing somebody else. When I ask her about it, like, try to get clarity, try to get some kind of, like, hey, what's going on? She's just, I don't know. I have feelings for you. I have feelings for both of you. I don't know what to do.
Well, what
Um,
but
and
but
so,
what do you mean? What do you do? What is it that you do?
yeah, like my question is, like, how should I kind of move forward? My
Okay.
friends and
What
family are telling me,
Go ahead. Her friends
sorry,
and
go
family?
ahead.
Her friends and
No,
family
no,
are
my friends and family are all, they're telling me to just let it go and move on. Um,
because why?
because she is interested in pursuing another guy as well.
Oh, okay. Well, she's also interested, and Brett, I say this with all due affection. She's also, or Brent, I'm sorry, I called you Brett. She's also probably interested in not getting burned again,
Yeah, exactly.
right? So, and again, I'm on your team here, but the reality
Yeah.
of the track record is that you've
Hmm.
been with her for 3.5 years and you've made no commitment, and then you've broken
Hmm.
up a few times. If she were calling me, I would ask her, why are you back with this guy? Give me a
Yeah.
reason. Give me a reason why you're back with this guy. And so there may
Yeah.
be a reason, but here's the reason for you as well, that for you to have any kind of hope for this relationship, that hope has got to be based on something objective. Now, you've given me two, three really good objective reasons why you might have hope for this relationship. There are really good reasons why you definitely have hope for the future of Brent's relational life. And I'm really proud of you for that, right? Happy for you for that.
Yeah.
Number one,
Yeah.
this is different, Susie. Okay. This time you've realized, wait a minute, it's not all you. I've got some issues. I'm a commitment phobe. I get
Yeah.
close. I push it. And you're owning those. Number two, not only do I have some issues, I'm realizing I can't change those on my own. I need some help. Number three, I'm going to see a shrink who has a proven track record of helping people like me. Those are all really good things. So if I'm talking to her, I'm saying those are good things. Here's the question. Are those things going to be sustained long enough to where they're trustable? It's not long enough yet. Are they sustained where they'll be trustable? And number two, are they bringing about the results that you would want them to bring about? So,
Yeah.
meaning that if you sustain this program and it's working and you're healing and you're growing and you're turning into Mr. I don't run from women anymore, then that's fantastic. Okay. It may be that you sustain this and you get to a place where this particular path has gotten you as far as you can go, and you got to maybe at some point add something to it or change therapists and see somebody else or bring in retreats or I don't know. But you always want to look at the method. And you always look, are you sustaining the method and is the method helping? Okay. Now, having said that, I would say the same thing to her that I would say to you, which is we don't know yet. We don't know yet how committed Brent is to seeing this through, but time will tell. Okay. So I think she's really rolling the dice, and which she could do if she hopped back into it now and said bye to everybody else in her life, and she's going to place all of her chips on red, right? She could do that, and that would be fine. And I wouldn't judge her for that. I'm just saying, okay, sweetheart, you're also taking a risk because it's not proven yet. So
yeah,
that's what I would say to her. Now, what I'd say to you is there's another side of this, Brent, and that is many times, with somebody that's not fully capable yet of making a commitment, the kind of people that they get in relationships with have issues that are very compatible with their dysfunction.
Right.
And then when they start to get, they start to change and this, that, and the other person isn't changing, then you find out, wow, there was a reason why not only that you had issues, but there was a reason also why the relationship was not right. I don't know if that's true or not. She could be perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think also that you've got some time here to learn as well. And so what's the answer in that? Well, the answer is this, that when you guys are kind of halfway in a relationship and not, it also serves the danger of it slowing down your process. Or if it's brought into the process, it could be in service of helping your process. So you got to find out, is she a security blanket that's kind of keeping you from making some changes that you need to make in some ways? Or can she really be brought into this, and does she want to enter into it to come into the whole healing process with you, and y'all work on these issues together because you think there is something there between the two of you that should be long term if you were able to make a commitment? So that's how I would look at it.
Right.
That's what you got to figure out.
Okay.
I don't know the answer without talking to her and you and what your issues are, but I think you got to think through that. And I think she's got to really be wary. If I were you, I would tell her, if you want her to be, if you decide with your therapist and all your peeps, I think there's so much there and so much good. I can see myself with her long term, which, by the way, if you don't see yourself marrying this woman at this point, after 3.5 years, then I would say it's time to cut loose, right? But if you're saying she is the one that I think I want to marry, if I can get able to get married, okay, well, then you bring her into the
Yeah.
process and y'all work on those issues. If she's not, and there's reasons that you decide she's not, then I think you need to say, look, as much as I love you and as much as we have, I don't think there's future in this and we should move on. And there's got to be
Yeah.
a good reason. There's got to be a good reason, man, to
Yeah.
if it hadn't worked in 3.5 years with other issues besides just your commitment thing, there's probably some reason that you got to look at that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. For sure. Thank you.
Okay. Good luck with that. And
All right.
you know what? She's not the issue. Remember, your healing is the issue. Get healthy.
Yeah.
And what might happen
That's right. That's right.
is you get healthy and then really you have new eyes and you go, what the heck am I thinking? She's perfect. And you run back and you rescue this damsel out of the arms of the wrong man. I don't know if that's going to happen, but it'd make a good movie. So call us. I live in LA. We can get that movie made. It's happened before. Okay, man. Thanks for your call.
Thank you.
It's oh gosh, ladies, let me talk to you on the other side of the Brent's out there. As I told him, so I'm not talking behind his back here. If she called, I would say, you better have a good reason, because you've seen 3.5 years that you've given to this relationship. And so, ladies and gentlemen, have a good reason for spending your time and your hope in anything. Have a good reason. Whether it's a relationship like that, if you're dating, whether it's a job, a career, whether it's a particular church, whether it's a group of friends, your time and your heart is pretty much all you got. Everything else can disappear with a tornado that comes through town, or a financial market, or an industry, or you know what I mean? It's your heart, your mind, your soul, and your strength. Remember what Jesus said? We love God with our heart, mind, soul, and strength. That's everything. Your heart, your mind, your soul, and your efforts, your passions, your investment. That's what we take to the moments that we have been given in this life. I was talking about routines earlier. What routines are we giving our heart, mind, soul, and strength to? Because that's building something. In a relationship, you're dating, you're giving your heart, mind, soul, and strength to that relationship. What's it building? Better have a good reason. You may be in a season where you don't want, if you're single, you don't want a long-term relationship. You just want to date without any commitment. That's fine. You're building something, probably. You're healing, you're learning, you're growing. I talked about this in our dating webinar, which you can find by going to boundaries.me/dating if you want to see that. There are seasons where I tell people the last thing you should do is get in a committed relationship right now. You should be dating a lot of different people and growing and learning, recovering, and a bunch of stuff. Don't you sign up for another deal today. That's okay, because you're building something. I just want you to be cognizant of what it is that you are building. Okay.